Okay, so we're back at it again, and there's a lot more sand to move. And if you can hear overhead, the power lines are cracking or they're crinkling. But anyway, we're gonna give you a start and we'll give you updates as we go. So you better start before it gets too hot. Okay, so I'm leaving my bike there as a point of reference to where I stopped. And this is my progress. It's kind of slow going because this sand's a lot thicker and deeper over here. But anyway, so we're gonna keep at it and see what happens. No guarantees on how far we'll get, but we're out here again cleaning up the trail. All right, so it's day 2. I'm sore, but I went ahead and I excavated the actual line of the trails wherever that hoe's laying. That's where I need to go. And this is where I'm at so far. Again, where my bike is, that was my stopping point. So I made some progress. Anyway, we're gonna keep going, but I did want to show you. Look at this. Look at that beautiful flower. Isn't that nice? And then I just tell you, keep on going. But anyway, so here we are. We're clearing a trail, and I think I'm gonna excavate on this other side too. We'll put in some water releases. I might put in the water release right there. But anyway, I'm gonna take off my water pack since it's getting hot. I'm starting to sweat, but anyway, community service, and it's a beautiful morning, so what more could you want? Okay, so we're recording, and let's see what you can see. Might see more of the trail. Prop this up a bit. Okay. So you get the idea, right? You get the idea. This is hard labor. I'm sweating, and somebody should get a bobcat and do this. Okay, so I've given myself a stopping point for today because it's getting hot, and anyway, my boys aren't with me, but here's my line in the sand. This is my stopping point. Drawn a line in the sand so I won't go further for today. But here it is. This is probably 6 or 7 feet of trail. A bunch of sand. So you can see how thick that is. It's probably like 4 to 5 inches, maybe some places 6 inches of sand that I'm moving. So as I said earlier, it's getting a lot deeper here, but where that bike is and where that hoe is, that's my starting point. And so I'm going to show you where I started, and this line in the sand is where I want to end up, and that's probably a good 20 yards. Yeah, or maybe just shy of 20 yards. But anyway, this sand was thicker, and so we're going to keep rolling with this. As I said earlier, it's getting hot, so I better get this done and get out of here. Okay, so it's finished for today. calling it quits. It's getting hot. Anyway, what I did was added in some drainage for you engineering people out there. This area does not have good drainage. So what happens is water runs right up against the wash, and then there's not a trench right there. But anyway, they just need to do a trench about halfway in between this path and that pavement over there. And then that trench can go into the water retention pond down there and not get sand on the trail. But anyway, so right now this trail is kind of acting as a low spot. It's acting as a little stream area for water flow. Anyway, so this is what I did. I don't know if it's gonna work, so maybe next year you'll have to see. But here is one water release area on the berm, and then there's a water release area here. This one might actually work because it's a lower spot. And then here's a natural water release area. So we'll see what happens, but now the trail is cleared off, and if people want to go to the store and push their baby in their stroller, then they're not gonna have such a hard time. Anyway, I know some people are just walking on the concrete over there by the fence, and then they hit the pavement, but anyway, so yesterday's work is what I'm walking on now. And then because the sand was a lot deeper, it does look like I did a little less, but it was a lot. It was a lot of sand, so it's probably 2 to 3 feet of sand. Anyway, but I better get out of here because it's getting hot. There's my crude tools that I use for the job. And there's always more sand to shovel, so if you're angry and mad and you just need a release, go shovel some sand, do some service.